And welcome to Hansen Studios here. I'm in my backyard in that little like 10 by 10 shed I have. I worked really hard at painting the walls with chalkboard paint, kind of cleaning things up, getting a table in here and bringing some stuff in here to to make this a little classroom slash studio, if you will. I don't know really what all I'm going to do with this, but mostly film my lectures and stuff for class. I have the little go-kart motor out there. I was going to rebuild that, maybe shoot a video for the Pathfinders or just whatever, just make a video of how the small engine works. But this is it. So I'm using a GoPro camera. This is my camera one. It's a nice wide angle, good clear footage. And I just keep my GoPro powered the whole time, and so it doesn't run out of battery. And I'm using just a micro HDMI out to an adapter that converts to the full size HDMI. Then I can plug that into my switcher. So I got my switcher here next to my laptop, so I got an Ethernet cable from my house running out the back door. I have to keep the small crack in the door so I can keep my internet connection here on my laptop. So obviously I'm just recording on Zoom here, so this is way easier if I'm using OBS or trying to stream. I haven't quite figured out the settings so that all these cameras are recognized. They just don't show up in OBS for some reason when I click the video capture device. I don't know if that's my computer settings as what the webcam is, because it's not picking up really anything. It's recognizing that there's a black magic, but I don't know. So I have to work on that a little more. But for Zoom recordings, I'm actually realizing this is very flexible, even still having this switcher. So what I do is I can switch back and forth to like my iPad here, which then I can, I can switch to my PowerPoint presentations, and I can go over, my keynote presentations that way. And then I can even technically use this as a camera if I wanted to. And so I could totally show you my setup here. There's my camera switcher. I'd only have the GoPro in camera one and my iPad in camera three. There's my GoPro over there in the corner on a tripod. Now the lighting was really tricky in here because of all the black paint, but so I had to get, some lights in here. But they do the job. It's just a lot of glare and stuff. So I'll have to figure maybe something out. But I know it's a little messy over there, but you can't really see that in the GoPro screen. So that's good. I tried the green screen thinking that might work, but it was just kind of trashy and cheesy. And so I think I'm taking that down. So I can do the reverse camera. So this is just wiring my iPad into the switcher, which is really cool. This like gives me a bunch of flexibility. What I realized though, Zoom actually has some pretty good flexibility as well with the iPad. You can like share an iPad. So I have another iPad I want to show you what I mean here. So let me switch back to camera one here. I can go to share screen on Zoom, click on iPad or iPhone, and then I now need good Wi-Fi, so I got to open my door here so I can get some better Wi-Fi waves in here. I go to this iPad, click on screen mirroring like you would if you're trying to connect to an Apple TV, and Zoom will show up. And you just click on Zoom Home. It might take a second here because I had that door closed. There it is. And there you go. I'm connected now like I would be connecting to an Apple TV essentially. I can use this iPad just like I was using the other one that I was just holding. And so the one I was holding though, again, is connected to the switcher. So I had to get this dongle that is like, that was expensive. It was like $30, $40, $60. I can't remember. And it has to be powered. That's why the lightning cable is plugged into it. But it goes from lightning to HDMI, which is pretty cool. And I think that's actually an Apple cable. I don't know. I got it at Walmart. But so I'm pretty well set up here. I like what I got going. I could probably plug in a few more cameras. Obviously, I got 4 camera inputs over here. And so I could do some stuff in here. But I don't necessarily like the latency. You can see there's some latency when you try to do the screen share. It's like my iPad has to be on the same network. So I have to Wi-Fi connect to my house. And if the Wi-Fi signal's not strong, it definitely can't do this very quick, very, very easily. So I personally, let me just stop that sharing real quick. I personally just like the camera switcher here, just this angle and simply my camera 3 iPad, and I can do all my presentations from here. And so there you have it. Kind of cool. I do want to learn the streaming more though, so I'm gonna, while I have this time off, investigate OBS and the settings on the laptops and see if I can figure out how to do that a little bit better. And then, yeah, oh, I was going to tell you, if you want me to film a children's story video, me and Kelsey could do an experiment out here on the table, and we could give that to you guys to show during the church service, since I think our week is up this week. I don't know. All right, later.